For today's math lesson, we're going to be doing more combining terms, and we're going to actually look at taking away terms. But before we do that, I want to do a little show and tell. Recently it's been Easter, and a tradition that a lot of families have is dyeing Easter eggs for whatever reason. And I have a 3-year-old son right now, and this is the egg he made. It's pretty phenomenal. So this is my son's Easter egg, and it's got some googly eyes. It's doing a little turtle mouth, a little bit of hair on top. This is pretty awesome. I just had to share it. This is fantastic. So, best egg ever. Let's do some math. Combining terms. Yesterday's video talked about adding terms together. X and X became 2X. What happens if I've got something like, oh no, my marker doesn't work. I'll be right back. Please see that? Okay, good. All right, let's say I've got something like 3R minus R. Okay, now a lot of our first instincts here are that we have 3 in R and we're taking away R, so the answer should be 3, right? Well, this is not really what's happening here. This is incorrect logic. We have to remember that this means 3 times R, and this means I have 3 of these R's. So I really have R plus R plus R, and now I'm taking away R, so I have 3 R's, and I take one away, I'm left with R plus R, or 2R. So really, 3R subtract R shouldn't be 3. It's really going to be 2R. Okay? Now remember, I can only do this with combining or subtracting like terms. Right? I can't do this if it's something different. For example, if I had a problem like 3R minus 2N, are N's and R's the same variable? They're not, so I can't take one away from the other until I know what the value of that variable is. So 3R minus 2N, there's nothing I can do. I'm done. I cannot combine these. I cannot subtract. It's finished. But if instead of 2N, if I had 23R and I wanted to take away 17R, and I'm not going to draw 23 R's and 17 R's, but this tells me I have 23 of something, and I want to take away 17 of those somethings. I get left with 6 of those somethings. It's as simple as that. You're still adding and subtracting when you're combining terms. You just have to think of it as groups of something, groups of an unknown that you don't necessarily need to know yet. In fact, it's groups of an unknown that could be multiple things. Like if R was 1, this would be 23 minus 17, it would be 6. If R was 2, this would be 46 minus 34, and my answer would be 12. It doesn't, in the whole grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter what the value is as long as I'm keeping my proportionality the same in my terms when I'm combining them. So I can add, I can subtract terms as long as they're what? Like terms. Awesome.